What up, y'all? Don't sleep.
Don't even do it because we back again
Yes,
with the insecure recap.
that's right. That's right. Thank you for joining us. Nightmare Radio does a special live edition every Monday night to get your week started off right and to get your insecure rocks off. Okay.
All right.
So without further ado, how was your Monday? Was it a good day? Productive day?
Monday was so productive. Oh my gosh, it was productive. Big win today. Big win today. So I'm
Great.
very
That's great.
proud. How
Hold
about
on,
you?
wait.
How was your Monday?
Oh, Monday was a good Monday actually. I started my day the way I wanted to in praise and meditation. I like to make sure that I should do this every single day, but especially like at the beginning of the week or at the end and the beginning of a month, it's a
Mhm.
must for me. So today was good, and I plan on ending my night in the same way. So
That's what's up. So, did you get into this insecure? I'm sure you did because you're here ready to talk about
I
it.
did, girl. I'm ready.
All right, so it is time for the Insecure Recap, episode 6. What's going
Tired, okay?
tired, okay? This episode was everything that we were looking for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that was first special shout out to Natasha Rothwell. She made her directorial debut. We
Should have
know,
known she did this episode.
yes,
And
yes.
it was funny.
It was funny. I got a kick out of her creative direction with the flashbacks, and of course, we'll get there. We'll get there. But that was definitely, all Natasha.
For
But I
sure.
appreciate her because she had our backs on that. But we'll come back to it.
Right, right. Okay, let's start off with Molly's mom. She was is still in the hospital. Molly, like we said on Saturday, if you missed it, go back to the audio because it's up and the YouTube episode will be up tonight. But we called it, Brittany. We called it. Uh Molly is being her typical career woman and she's back on the grind. She's at the retreat trying to get her things together um for what she had going on back at work while her mom was still in the hospital. So it was kind of good to see that we were right on that. I'm not gonna lie.
One thing that we kind of, I don't know if I can't remember if we mentioned it, but the whole storyline with Molly's mom, 2 episodes prior to her being in the hospital, Molly was really concerned with her parents, preparing their estate. And I think that's something that's also pretty relatable for everyone around this age too. Our parents are getting older. Of course, you're not trying to kill them off, but we do want to make sure that everybody's being responsible
Right,
and handling business while people are still here.
right,
So
exactly.
kudos to Molly, and thank God her mom came through. I think that was a really good lesson, for her family, her dad.
Yeah, and for everyone watching, like that work can wait, period. They will
Hmm.
be okay. They will be
Hmm.
okay. So Molly was at the work retreat. And have you ever had a good turn up with your coworkers before?
Oh yeah, girl. Who has it? Who hasn't? But you know what? Honestly, not in my. I was turning up with my college coworkers when I was their supervisor, but I was still, very much so a college student.
Right.
But no, I'm very much so. I'm not turning up with y'all. Now I will turn up with my other friends, coworkers. Shout out to you know my crew.
Right. Right. Got you. So let's get to the retreat really, really quick. Molly and Torian, that was like really interesting to see that relationship develop in that way. The way everything unfolded, it was very, very, very interesting to watch. I
Kind of
think the most
satisfying.
what would you I think the most interesting thing to watch was to see that Molly turned up the night before and woke up and didn't know what the hell happened
She
and had to
needed
see her
that.
he needed that. And everybody knows Molly is like the wild, crazy turn up girl.
Well, no,
So,
everybody doesn't know that. Her coworkers, she does such a great job, and I'm an advocate of code switching. She does
right,
such a great job of, you know, embodying this persona at work, but it we see that it in the past we've seen that it works against her. So, I think that it was useful for her to actually let her guard down. I don't want her to be embarrassed about it. I think there's definitely time and a place. Clearly, they're on retreat. You know, this is the environment that is conducive for something like that. Now, I hope that her coworkers don't hold this over her head. You know what I mean?
You know what? I didn't get the vibe that they did. They broke the ice and told her that they didn't like her at first, but
Yeah.
now they love her. And then also seeing Tourean open up to Molly. I don't think they're at a place where it's like, oh, do y'all remember what Molly did on the retreat? It's like, oh, Molly was acting a fool on the retreat. Come on, Molly girl.
A good
Because
time.
look how Tourean picked up her slack in the presentation. He
Okay,
was
so
there, yeah.
all right, so listen. We know Molly is good for messing things up, right?
Right.
Well, she has this seemingly unimaginable, unattainable list, right?
Right.
Not once, aside from the time when she dated Rel in season 3, I want to say, or season 4, not once have we ever seen Molly date anybody in her, within her work field. Tourean is her guy. This is why.
Okay.
She's already seen him assess himself as a boss.
Right.
She knows he's confident enough to get the job done, and he's good at his job.
Right.
Thanks to this episode, we now see that he has a nicer, playful side, understanding side. He knows he knows exactly who Molly is and how valuable of an asset that she is.
Right.
And he
Exactly.
actually understands Molly's need to perform and to be on time because they're the same. They're the reflection of each other.
Yes, they are. And it was just so cute seeing him come back with the swag bag. But what was weird was how we found out that Taurean and Molly was a thing because the watch was in the girl bed. How?
And we still don't know what happened. You saw how she was like, "Yeah, I found this watch very far away from my room, but close to the other rooms." Girl, you found that watch in your bed.
Right. But I like the way she played it off. I'm not gonna lie to you. She
Yes,
played it off really well. Okay, so we see something developing here.
I say yes,
Okay.
and I'm
Okay.
here for it.
Okay, let's get into Nathan real quick. Nathan,
Um,
he struggled a lot this episode.
this was
Um,
tough for him.
really, Issa and Nathan struggled a lot this episode, but Nathan struggled a lot this episode, especially getting a chance to be like a fly on the wall at his work and his work life. It
Hmm.
was like, it was really weird to see how people handled him because remember on Saturday we said that it was great that the writers were including mental health in the conversation of the episode.
Right.
So to see that one of his coworkers or colleagues was like, with your bipolar self, since we're on Facebook tonight, with your bipolar self, that was weird. It was like, dang, why you do him like that? Why you go so hard?
Yeah,
And it was
exactly.
they had
I
already
mean,
been talking about him too.
and I wonder like how warranted was that? Because even in that situation, Nathan still handled himself correctly. I understand that the dis- the upset was Nathan took his customer. He was late. Makes the business look bad. Nathan
Right.
just saved the company. Stitch and time saves 9.
You
So
okay, I gotta go back and watch that part.
yeah, he was late. The
I
reason why Nathan took his customer was because, he was about to leave. They were about to leave money. Apparently that was a repetitive thing. So it makes me wonder what's going on with his character. Because Nathan wasn't in the wrong. Nathan was straight on that. Risha was agreeing with him.
Yeah, everybody really doesn't even like him. It's very,
Exactly.
very
But Nathan's other character flaws definitely showed in this episode, and Issa called the things out.
she did, but before we get there, we got to talk about a couple more things before we get there. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go to Issa. Issa
Mhm.
showed her royal arse this week with the acting. I was so here for it. She threw that baby. for the kids. And she kicked that little girl. That's all we wanted to see. That's all we wanted to see. That's all we wanted to see. And we got to see it this episode.
But wait, what about those that are on Condola's side that also got a chance to see the very alternate, Condola response?
Right, because you team Condola.
I'm not Team Condola, but you know what, it was funny when she said, "Oh yeah, and his dick grew 2 inches." So that long stroke, even longer. I said,
she was wrong for that. And now that I know that Natasha was the director,
yes,
she is crazy.
they alluded to it on the wind down. They said that that was Natasha's own, creative direction. And really just giving us that moment and really exaggerating that moment, giving us drama in that. I needed that type of comedy.
But you know what? Those types of things is what's been missing from the season so far. I have not yet to see Issa rap in the mirror. I have yet to see Issa talk to herself in the mirror. Like, these types of instances happen all the time on the show. So to see these daydreams, it was so good. It was so good. But yeah, so Issa is clearly struggling. She's struggling in the business department and in the personal department. She is struggling right now.
I just want to make one point. I'm always the one to like piece together the breadcrumbs.
Right.
In season 4, we saw Issa. Well, season 3 and the beginning of season 4, we saw Issa struggling with the ethical, call at We Got Y'all.
Right.
And it was her white coworker that brought it to her attention. Like, hey, you letting a lot of stuff slide that you shouldn't let slide.
Right. That's a good point. That's a valid point to make.
Issa seems very much so in her professional life to be like a people pleaser. As long as the person that's cutting the check or the person that I need, to do my job correctly is pacified, is happy, then, my ethical scale is kind of a sliding one. And that's not necessarily good. That's why Crenshawn is mad at her.
Yeah, I get that. But I thought you were going with I wouldn't really call her a people pleaser per se. I would probably say that it's just a way to handle people.
Yes.
When you want to get what you need. But we were in a room today about those types of people today, but not those same types. But and that's a whole nother story for another time. Y'all be ready for that chronicle. But I just think that Issa was trying to do what she needed to do to get the job done. I wouldn't say that she was trying to people please the company, although that they were cutting her a check. I do applaud Crenshawn for bucking the system because we needed that entertainment aspect on there.
Why is he still mad?
He is mad because she tried to sell him out and he wasn't trying to sell out. So he went ahead and
do you think that I think that Issa was caught in a hard place, a rock in a hard place. Her employer says, scale it back. The client says, I don't want to. She attempted to find the middle ground by discussing with him the notes. He did what he wanted to do. She was scared. It worked out. Because the client got a chance to express himself in the way he wanted, and the connect, the white guy loved it. So why the beef? At the end of the day, Crenshaw needed the opportunity, and Issa quarterbacked the opportunity.
Right. And now the thing is that she's supposed to be for the culture. So if she's supposed to be for the culture, she's not supposed to be doing that. She's supposed to take what these people give her and push it because this is the culture that you're pushing on the BLOCC. You see what I'm saying? That's true. Now Crenshawn is putting out the word that she capped, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, this business is capped. You don't need to be going here because she don't support the culture for real. So now when she's going around asking people, hey, yeah, we the block and we got this going on, that going on. Now they're realizing and remembering, oh, You that company that Crenshawn was working with.
Right. I don't like how they how he's messing with her bag.
However, oh, hit that a little hard there.
Oh, I did it at the same time.
Oh, okay, that's probably what it was. So we see Issa people pleasing again, to your point, kissing up so that she can get her business back going. I don't know where she learned this from.
Them brownies was trash anyway.
They was? That's what they said?
That's what Crenshawn said. She was like, I'm taking my brownies back. He was like, your brownies was trash anyway.
Oh man, I hope that Issa can turn this around.
Me too, because I don't want her name smeared to the streets.
Yeah, I do not want that for her.
She needs one good redemption story.
Yes, I need that for sure. I need them to come together. So would the redemption story be the love connection that you guys are thinking about? Do we think that Crenshawn is a potential love connection? I think not.
Yeah, Crenshawn is really giving me a whole lot of Ralph Angel. And I know you ain't watching Queen Sugar, and shame on you, sis, because you should be. Oh my God. But yeah, I don't foresee that relationship being sustainable.
No.
For Issa, and the fact that she's searching for some sort of like security or stability.
Yeah. 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 We're gonna have to go back to that banner for that.
But I bet one thing, Issa probably get back from Crenshawn.
Oh
And it would
wait,
be a great thing to see.
say that one more time. The internet hated on you.
Oh, I said, I bet Issa will probably get that back blown, that back blown.
Right.
And that would be a good one for her.
Yeah, I think so, but she don't need to be doing that right now. So speaking of back blown, in this episode, we see, Issa had that daydream. She with Condola and Lawrence, and she saw Lawrence, and now she's riding Nathan. And she's like, yeah, you like that? You like that? He's like, yeah, I like that.
Love that.
I love that. Like, tell me what you love about that. I like the way you such and such. And that's not what she's looking for. She's looking for the security of, I got a man and he loves me. You know what I'm saying? She's looking for that love in all the wrong places because that love ain't with Nathan. It's not there.
And Nathan knows it too. Have you ever said I love you and it was not reciprocated?
Absolutely not. I'm not going around telling people that I love them either. I've only told people that I love that I love them and they've told me back. I don't just tell people I love them because I want to be in love with them.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
I think that it was interesting. I think after watching this episode and reflection of last episode, I think that she accidentally said it. But once she said it, it was spoken out loud and she wanted to believe it.
Right.
And she's upset. I think she's upset because she knows deep down inside, she don't even believe it. So why could she even expect Nathan to say it? Or, she's looking for it. Of course she wants him to. She just want to be loved.
Right. And he kind of called her out on that in this episode, to your point. Like,
for him.
He was like, what did he say?
He was crying in my mouth.
Crying in my mouth. And then you want to friend zone me, then you want to be with me, but you want me to tell me that I love you. And keep in mind, Nathan just had a hard day. And he's wanting to move after she finds out that Lawrence moved back for the baby.
Wait, she's wanting to move or Nathan? Remember, Nathan's
wanting to move, but she's noticing this, that he's wanting to move when she realized that Lawrence moved back for the baby. Remember, she was snooping through his Instagram. That's why we need to stop going back to these folks' Instagrams trying to keep tabs. Close that tab. Close that tab right now.
Unfollow, block, delete.
Yes, stop going back to the tab looking. She saw him holding a baby and she saw that he moved back to LA. Now,
but wait. Nathan, before we move past that, Nathan's bipolarism is about to flare. because his is when he's manic, his instinct is to run. So he had a bad day at work, and he literally said he wants to move out of LA off a bad day.
He's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Mm. I
So
mean,
that
he
tells
don't
me
want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Nathan is about to dip again.
He is about to dip. He do not care how Issa feel about it, and it's gonna be so sad when he do it because he ain't gonna tell her.
It's not that he doesn't care. Remember, this is a mental condition.
That's why she gotta let him go. We talked about this last season. We
Yeah,
talked about this.
Issa not putting up. Issa is not going to put up with Nathan or Lawrence.
Girl, bye. Let's move here. Girl, bye. Issa is considering going to get her man back. You didn't hear it from me.
Oh, child.
You didn't hear it from me. But Issa might want to be a stepmama.
I don't want that for
You
her.
didn't hear from me though.
I don't want her to be girl Melanie.
It's not about being girl Melanie. It's about knowing who you love and not caring about any of that. Just taking the good with the bad.
When is
And
love not enough?
girl, you asking them questions tonight, huh?
Just firing them off, honey.
You asking them questions tonight. When has love? That's a good question because I'm trying to figure out my damn
In
self.
what instance? Me too, girl. In what instance? In what situation? In what limitation is love not enough? Love gets you in the door, but will it maintain your membership?
This is the last season of
Mm-hmm.
Insecure. I think my end of show prediction is that Issa is either going to be with Lawrence or she's going to be lonely. She's going to be by herself. She's not going to be in a relationship. Or, I don't know, maybe Daniel might pop up.
I would not mind seeing her with Daniel.
One last time. I don't mind seeing her bump into him one last time. Can we make that happen before? How many episodes we got? 10 or 6?
I really know. I hope it's not 8. She better give us 10, maybe 12. We need 12.
We need to research
at least 10.
10 for sure.
Yeah.
She said the last episode was the first day of Kwanzaa. So that will be this week. Let's look it up, actually.
That'll be the week after Christmas. That means it's 10.
The day after Christmas.
Yeah, the day after Christmas.
So it's 10 episodes, unless they skip a week.
4 weeks. 4 weeks to the holiday, which brings us to
the nightmare before Christmas. Get your tickets. 19
days and counting.
It's time to have a good time. So y'all be sure to pull up and hop out to the Plug ATL December 18th with your best threads on. It's time for it.
That's right. You can hit the link in our bios, or you can just search Nightmare Before Christmas Nightmare Radio Show on Eventbrite to copy your ticket today. If you are a Black-owned business that has a product or a service that is willing, that's worth selling in time for the holiday, we are still accepting. We only have a few vendor spots left, so go ahead and snag your spot while you still can.
Yes. And that's it. That is it. That was quick,
I like it. Nice, cute, quick, and brief.
Yes, ma'am. Well, all right. You guys don't sleep.
It's your girls.
Oh, no.
Did you break up?
You broke up.
I'm here.
You was freezing.
I saw all of you. I saw your face. I saw you say, oh, no.
Okay. Well, y'all know how technology is. We about to go to bed so these computers can go to bed too. Let your computer turn your computer off at night. Shut it down. Do not just close the screen. Shut it down. Let your computer get some sleep. Think about you. Think about how you unplugged from the day and you just have to put the phone down after a while. You shut down. Shut that computer down. Let your computer get some rest tonight. That's a tip for everyone out there. All right. It's your girl Ish.
And Brittany Kristen.
And we are out. Y'all have a good night. We will see you next week.